In the only building this franchise has ever known. We're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. Cam Little out for the opening kick. And away we go from NRG Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 19 Texans. 118. What's that?
Stroud in the air to start us off. And he can't escape. Jaguars all over him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Okay, we're one snap in, and already this defense has potentially killed this opening drive. And remember how valuable every possession is in the NFL. Talk about setting an immediate tone by this defense.
Hopefully not a sign of how this game is going to go as they step up for 2nd and long.
18. What's that? Motion.
From the gun, Stroud. Caught. This is Nolan. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. They get an even 40 out of that one. And it'll be 1st down Houston. So the big play moves him well past midfield. Has him set up now at the 35. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. Travis Hunter making that play.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Here we go. 118. What's that? Hey, Uno Mars. 11.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Cut out left. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
That's why you often see some mix, some high percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
118. What's that? Hey, south.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Jaden Higgins, the intended receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
On the quick, right? 18, what's that?
Here he goes, third and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans finish up an excellent opening series. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Jaguars nothing.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Bayshul and Tootin now on the return. This makes it up to the 25.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. First carry now. This is Bayshul Tootin. He finds a little room there before being hauled down. Gain of 3.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. It really creates an indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Lawrence. His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. And the Texans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
And he made it just 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. They give it to him again. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal.
Oh, right. 118. What's that? Why, Tony?
To the air. Stroud. Catch made. And in he goes for the Houston touchdown. The Texans parlay the interception into points. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Tootin now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Hand off to Tootin. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, a nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Hey, Lion. Silver.
They'll go again here with Tootin. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Lawrence working from the gun. And he's caught. It's the South Carolina rookie. At the 20. He makes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Cam Little to try the extra points. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Jaguars 7. Cam Little to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10.
Now, what's up? 18, what's up? Another.
Setting him on the dive. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Stroud from the pistol. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I can feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
Hey, south. Motion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. He's got it, complete to Collins. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And it'll be a 1st down, Texans.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Out, what's up? 18, what's up? Robbie.
They pitch it out to him here. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
All right.
Stroud off of play action. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 18, what's up? Look the hot.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Brings it in at the 12. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Hey, run!
Now Lawrence on the play fake. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
I can promise you that is a throw, and as a quarterback, when it leaves your hands, you do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB could cut off and take the other way.
Lawrence again here, 2nd and 10. Forced out to his right. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Here we go.
Throw here, 3rd down. That's caught for the 1st. The 30. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. That's good for 6 yards. They're going to have 2nd and goal now at the 3. We're back for the start of the 2nd quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6.
Hey, Ginger. Duck.
Going Bauer with a big tight end. And he's in for the touchdown. The Jaguars can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Well, Brock, not sure the play they were running was all that disguised, but with the personnel they had out there, it was going to be tough to stop him either way.
Yeah, there's a great debate. Is it the X's and O's or the Jimmies and Joes? No debate there. That was the Jimmies and the Joes and their want-to run it right down their throat.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Back to the well again. And that's not what the offense styled up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
18.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Hits his running back. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you could find a completion just like that.
Stroud throwing here on first. Throw secured by Jaden Higgins. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
118. What's up? Buggy.
From the gun, McCaffrey. We'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Here we go, let's go. Tony. 11.
Second and manageable. He's throwing. And this is going to be a Houston touchdown. The Texans take a second quarter lead.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single eye or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. A pickup of 17. And the Jaguars have a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Lawrence to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
How many times over the course of the season do we see a quarterback like this, Kate, run out of so many sacks? So impressive. Didn't just get him once. That's now twice.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. Jacksonville in punt formation. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And this one will careen out of bounds just into enemy territory there.
At their own 48-yard line.
Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. First and 10.
Here we go. Swap. Another swap.
Throwing to Stroud. On it, and he nearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's second down.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with him in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Back to the air they go on second. Stroud. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Tony. Oh, Eric. 118. What's that?
They'll air it out on 3rd. Hauled in left side. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. Texans in front here at NRG.
Here we go, let's go. Tony. Me.
Here's Stroud again. Collins got it left side. And this one doesn't go far.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in a double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go. 118. What's that? Level. Hey, south.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Completed to his running back. Wow, he's about as close to the first as you can get, partner. Down to the 31, but didn't get it. It's 3rd down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
He loses the football. But fortunate on the Texans side. One of their guys got to it. They're going to keep the football.
It's 4th down.
Field goal would have been 49 yards, Brock, but they want to go for this instead.
Oh, Eric.
Stroud going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Cut out left. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line.
At the 37-yard line.
He'll throw it. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
One last play before the break.
Hey, safe right. Hey, Ginger. Jack.
A final throw before the break. That one's cut along the left sideline. Down to the 10. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them on a handoff, pin off a pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball, he gets the touch, and then he can do his damage big time.
They can go to the locker rooms tied if they put this through. And his kick is good, and what a first half that was as we officially go in the locker rooms now, all tied up. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10.
Rip, 23. Son, that's hot. Same price.
On the give, it's Tootin. And some excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Red on red.
Tootin headed left. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Hey, run!
Lawrence throwing here. Hits him on the out route. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. Fights his way through a tackle. And the Texans will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, Brock, it was an absolute battle in the first half as they played to a tie heading into the locker rooms. And already we have the first big play of half number 2 with that INT.
Yeah, not just the first big play, but maybe the first separating play here, Kate. There's always a moment in the second half, especially where one of these teams makes the play, right? That one that we're going to circle and look back to as the defining play of the half. We may just have witnessed it right there.
And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
All right. 18. What's that? Buggy. Hey, Uno Mars.
Shotgun now, first round. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Couldn't connect with Jaden Higgins. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Look at how. For tonight. Tony.
From the gun, Stroud. That's going to be caught by his back, McCaffrey. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Houston.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
18. What's that? Route to the right. Under. Hey, south.
Again, Stroud taking a chance to the end zone. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
What's that? 18. What's that? 11. Why Tony? Tony.
Second and 10, Stroud to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. Breaks through and breaks away. And out of bounds he goes on that big pickup. They're inside the red zone now. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. Yeah, runs defense to make it a much bigger game.
Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans grab the lead on their first series of the half. Nico Collins with a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7.
28. Jaguars 21.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Tootin now on the return. He's brought down just inside the 25.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes first and 10.
On the rat.
Inside give here for Tootin. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Only took him one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line.
Route. Take right open.
First down throw, Lawrence. And that's going to fall incomplete. They wanted to get it right back to him after that run, but no luck on that throw. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there could be more interceptions.
He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Throwing is Lawrence on third down. He's got a man left. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Offense to the line fast. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. The Jaguars into punt formation. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt.
27-yard line.
Texans to the line. First and 10.
Here we go.
Stroud off of play action. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Stroud to throw again on second. Has him on the quick hitter. And that will not be enough for a first down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here we go, let's go. 18, let's hit. Look the hot, look the hot.
Stroud looking to throw, 3rd and 2. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
So not only do they not get the result that they wanted, but they're going to lose what could be a very valuable timeout too. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
18, what's up? Hey, Uno Mars.
Throwing again, it's Stroud. Connects on the crosser. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Those routes across the field become oh so dangerous the longer that play progresses. It gives him more time to get free, wiggle away from that man-to-man coverage. With enough time, it's almost inevitable. He'll find enough space for a completion.
They'll run here on first down. And he'll get about 4 yards as that brings up second down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
18, what's up?
They go play action with Stroud. Buying some time left. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
They'll run it here on third down. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. This is the end of the third quarter. It's the Texans in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over one final quarter. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Makes the catch. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. They're 3 yards closer to the end zone. Here comes 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
18, what's up?
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back to the 3. Offense in the hurry up here.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Now Stroud on 3rd and goal. Cut near the goal line. And in he goes for the Houston touchdown. The Texans go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Tootin now on the return.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
24.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Throwing the out route complete. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Working quickly here. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. This is caught by Trey Palmer. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Short pass brought in. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there and netted some positive yards.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They get 22 out of that play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down. Tootin gets it from the gun. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 4. It's now a 2nd.
Lawrence working from the gun. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. They'll throw. 3rd and long. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars now within 1 score in the 4th. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. On play action, here's Stroud. Oh, he puts some air under this one, right side. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that 1st down throw, swatted away by the defense.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he's going to be bottled up just a few yards into that 2nd down run. Offense in the hurry up here.
39-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
He'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. That one naps him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Oh, right. 118. Outside.
2nd and 10. Stroud the throw. Throw right side, hauled in by Collins. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 118. Outside.
Looking to throw. Got his man. This is Noel. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Give him 8 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 118. Outside.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Throw is caught. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Nico Collins with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. One after added on by Elliott. And the Texans double their lead to 14.
Texans 42. Jaguars 28.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning. Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Jaguars, 14 points back. They'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion.
24. Here we go.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Has him on the quick hitter. He's right up next to that 1st down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short. To throw. Into the hands of his running back, Tootin. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's good for the Jaguars.
1st down throw, Lawrence. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Christian Harris picks it up. And the Texans get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Powering his way forward a bit, give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Oh, right.
Another carry for him. He will have the Texans 1st down there, and the celebrations can begin now down on that sideline.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
118. Outside.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
So it's a win for the Texans. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans, as we'll see you next time from Houston.